Alright, just inside the portal now, and you can see it's a nice timber set here in front of me. Got some track here, and the adit runs back as far as I can see without any obstructions or anything. Just a little bit of ground fall right here, but that's no big deal. Pretty solid timber set here. Yeah, there it goes. Nice. The tracks go. I already lost the track, but still, I'm optimistic about this mine. Looks like it goes up and bends to the right. Oh, I got the track back already. That's good. This is one of those where they take the straight rail out to use elsewhere, but the curved stuff wouldn't really fit anywhere else, so they just leave that behind. And my friend's way up there. Told him to go ahead because I'm gonna go more slowly. An ore chute here. Very, very plugged ore chute, as you can see. And okay, adit keeps running that way. You can see the rail, and looks like there's a winds here. Okay, little decline winds. It's not vertical. Not sure if there's anything good down there or not. I'm gonna do this level first though, and then looking over here. There's some stuff taken off to the left. Here's a backside of that ore chute. Pretty that's pretty built up. That's more than I realized. More extensive. Huh. And then, like I was saying, there's some stuff back here. Some gobbing right there, and some hoses and stuff tossed back here, and that's it. It just stops here. So I'll keep heading down that main adit. We were just looking back there, and I'm back on the main adit, and I'm getting a bigger appreciation for the size of this platform. An ore chute here. You can see the area there clearing out up there, but this is took a lot of wood building that one, that's for sure. And then there's a little pocket right here, doesn't go anywhere, and there's a big tank right here. That's pretty cool. Riveted, so it's an older one. See, it's still in the foundation there. You see the lines coming off it, and the rest of them have been removed. Good stuff. So let's keep going. Let's see what else is in here. Spool right there. Got a junction right here, and there is another tank right there, and stuff going off to the left. Looks like the drift keeps going. Got a decent stope in here. Good stuff. Let's see. That looks like it keeps going. I might go straight and come back and hit this one. Okay, there's also stuff going off to the right too. That doesn't look like it really keeps going. I may go down that one and check. Of course, the main rail keeps going straight. See a light way down there. My friends are, if I give you an idea how far down that goes. I think I'll duck in here real quick. I don't think this one goes back very far. There's like another stope back here. Yeah, there's some pillars here too. That's kind of cool. Pillar there. I would imagine that's the ore right there. And then there's another pillar right there. That's a small pillar for the size of this stope. And a bunch of rocks stacked up here. Gobbing off to the side there. And then this may be bigger than I thought it was. There's another pillar there, as you can see, and then the stope runs up through there and all through here. Looked up there before. See the lines running up that way. Obviously it goes up quite a way. There's some of what they are digging in here for, I would imagine. Let's see how extensive this is. Alright, punches back all through there. And also keeps going ahead. Another pillar right here. Okay, this is a lot more extensive than I expected. Let's see, there's some stuff dropping down here. Little pocket right there. This looks backfilled down there. See some timber in there. Going ahead. See another ore chute right here in front of me. Runs up that way. And stoping just keeps going up. That's really cool. See the color of the rock right there. Gives you an idea what they're after. You can also see it in the pillar there. And that's just full of pillars. This is really cool. See how far these stopes run up? How cool is that? And we're not done, it just keeps going. Really interested in these colors in here. And you've got timber set here, or not timber, excuse me, support right there, and looks like maybe another winds dropping down, possibly. Yeah, looks like there's another level down there. That might not go anywhere though, that might just stop right there. Let's stick with this level for now though. Pillar there. And I think this might be the end. Yeah, so that's the face. Or it's the face of this drift right here. So I held back and there's an old newspaper here. I wonder if there are any dates. Let's look. I see Strange Adventures of a Girl Tramp, which I'm sure would be an interesting read, but I don't see a date. There's an advertisement for varicose veins. What else do we have? Yeah, I'm not seeing any dates. It's too degraded. That's too bad. Alright, we'll head back to the main adit and keep heading down. I spoke too soon. I found more about the girl tramp. She shared their clothes, their lives, their adventures. This girl hobo who reveals here her startling adventures on the road. Good stuff. Alright, now I'm gonna head out to that main adit and keep heading down. Back in the main adit, we just finished looking down there. We're gonna go that way and I intend to come back to this one. I'm curious about this one, but it looks like it may be somewhat extensive, and so I want to try and get a feel for what else is in here before I head back and get too distracted by stuff off to the side. Huh. There's something there. Just goes back there and stops. Might be no, I thought it might be an ore pass, so it just stops right there. What is this? Huh. Obviously there was something mounted here, I'm guessing. But hard to say at this point what that might have been. Big timbers here though. And it just keeps running back this way. Okay, another thing going off to the right here. Junction here. That's cool. Still see the valves. That runs off that way as far as we can see. A little pocket that cleared out right there. I don't think that goes anywhere. No, it just stops right there. And that's the way we came in. Little spot right there. I'm gonna try not to get distracted. I'm gonna keep heading down. I keep going straight, I believe. Don't worry, I'll hit all this stuff on the way out. But I want to get a sense of what we're working with here. Another drift going off to the right here. This is pretty extensive. All that stuff piled up here. And then, yeah, it goes back to more stuff there. I'll avoid temptation. I'm liking the fact we've got the rail all the time now. Looks like there was another junction or something here. Cool little stope here. See the pipe pile up here. Explosives box, although a somewhat more modern one. And box of, empty of course, but a box of blasting caps. This ladder here that doesn't go very far. Oh man, there's so many drifts here. Another drift going there. And here's that stope chamber I was talking about. You got another ladder right there. Oh, that might have been something there, but there's nothing there. That's an enormous carbide barrel. I'm assuming that's carbide. It's got the shape and pattern. Just to identify what it was. But from my experience, that's the shape of the ribbed stuff on the side is what the carbide cans come in, or excuse me, look like. Good echo in here. Okay, now we're going straight for a while. Good echo. And a ladder right there. It's kind of featureless, so I will turn the camera off and pick up when I get to something interesting. Alright, I've been walking for a while, and looks like I'm coming up on some stuff. A bunch of wood piled over here. Not sure what that is. Anybody out there have any ideas on that? I'd be curious to know. Some pipe back here. It's like an airline. And another junction. Going off to the right here. That's where the line, or at least one of the lines, is running. Back there. We're also going straight. And there's a little pocket here. they cleared out, but nothing back there. I'm going to stick with going straight, even though I'm very curious about all these side drifts, but I'm going to be consistent, or at least relatively consistent, and keep going straight. Alright, thought there might be something here, but just a little space they opened up. So, it looks like there might be something. I'll keep the camera on for now. Some wood here. It looks like I might be coming up on something. I am coming up on a caved section. But I think I can get over the top of that with maybe a little bit of work. If it goes anywhere, it might not go anywhere. Dead end here, stoped out above me. Good look at that ore there after. And dead end here as well. August 31st, 1959, that's pretty cool. I love it when they put the dates. Any miners watching this, if you're gonna do graffiti, please put dates. Now this, I think just stops there. I'll squeeze up just a little bit more to see for sure. Oh, there's something out here. I'm glad I checked. So that stops in front of us, but there's something running up. I don't know if that goes anywhere, but let me get up there and check. I just climbed up from there, and looks like just maybe an exploratory raise or something, because it stops there. So I'm gonna head back and let's start hitting some of those side drifts we passed, huh? All right, I am back at the first side drift. We just came from looking down there. We originally came in from this direction, and we've got this one going off to the right that we bypassed on the way in. So let's see what's waiting for us. Got some nice rail and airlines heading back here, so this might be somewhat extensive. Just saw that out of the corner of my eye. USGS, 1971. Continuing on. Good look at the rock in here. Bending around now. I like it when it bends around. Yeah, I figured these might be fairly extensive. Huh. What the hell's going on here? That runs back. I don't know if this is caved or... I don't know what happened here. See the rail there? Doesn't really look like it's caved. Almost looks like it was jammed in there or something. Huh. I don't know about that one. Might be a natural fissure, actually, considering what we have over here. See those crystals there? Hopefully that's coming across on the camera, because they look kind of cool. Looks like dirty ice, from my perspective at least. And yeah, that runs up to there. Yeah, I see that was, I guess that was just natural. I think I was wondering about there. It looks weird though. Big change in the rock right here. Huh. Alright, and we are still headed this way. Although we've lost the rail. Just noticed that. sticking out of the rib of the adit there. Piece of drill steel. Guess I got it stuck in there or something. Okay. There was something there. I would guess that there was a hoist there, except that there's nothing here. In other words, if you have a hoist, you're going to have a winds, and there's no winds here. So I really don't know what this was about, unless they had a piece of machinery like a compressor or something mounted there. See there's like a foundation block right there. And stuff looks kind of oily. So I don't know. Decent sized chamber. Oh, there's like a hook on the ceiling right there, or the top of the back of the adit, as miners call it. I don't know about this one. I'm kind of puzzled by this. Of course, it keeps going. Looks like I took a core sample from there. That's a big hole. Old solitary timber there. A beefy piece of wood. And, ooh, looks like we had a face. Okay, it just faces out right there. So, anything interesting back here? I don't even know what that stuff was. Got an old glove here. Actually, more than one. But that would appear to be it. So, let's head back and go down the next drift that we bypassed on the way in. Alright, next drift back. I'm back in that chamber where there's the barrel and fairly opened up here, and got that explosives box right there, and there's a drift here that we have not checked out yet. Again, on the right. Most of the drifts went off to the right. I see rail. So, and look at the size of those rails. Those are, I would say those are train rail size, and railroad size. So I'm not sure what those are doing back here, because those definitely don't match up to the little rail you see here. So maybe they're using them as support or something. Somebody was curious what was down there, obviously. So it remains of an explosives box. Looks like somebody's trying to take some samples there. Yeah, I guess I can see why. Moderately interesting looking minerals. Piece of drill steel jammed to the side there. And this was not as extensive as I thought it might have been, by any means. So, you know what that means? It means we are going to keep heading down the adit till we get to the next drift. Okay, there's the chamber we were just in. You can still see the barrel back there, and the drift we just checked out off to the right there. And I'm already at the next one, and I can hear my friends around the bend there. I just saw some miners graffiti there I didn't notice before. And this has got some good rail. Head back, lots of ventilation pipes, and I'm guessing this one's going to be a bit better in terms of extensiveness than the last one. So, oh, I like this already. Cool pit right here. That's maybe 40 feet down. And, oh, they ran up too. Look at that. They went up as well as down. Stope action up there. I wonder how they got the ore out of there. Because they drop it down here. Unless this ties into one of the winzes. I bet it does. Or it did at one time before it filled in. It goes back there as well, but I can't tell. It just stops off on the right. And yeah, I'll bet that dropped down to one of the winzes. They would have picked ore up down there and then hauled it up on a skip. More miners graffiti. I like that. Cool ore chute right there. some gobbing, well, remains of gobbing. And I think there's some good stuff here. You can see lots of woodwork and that kind of thing ahead. I like it. All right, I just came in through there, and as expected, there is some pretty cool stuff back here. Obviously, there's winds here dropping down, 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 down. See the roller right there, the well-used roller, and then this drops down there, and it looks like it gets vertical. That could be interesting going down that. I think there's some good stuff down there because look at all these dots. And for those of you that don't know, the miners would keep track of ore cart loads by marking those dots. And so that's a pretty good sign. So other cool stuff here is they've got this interesting bell system here, which I'm not sure even what that, oh, okay. Not really a bell originally, but hey, miners are innovative. And they've got this piece of metal right here, so you can, you know, indicate what's going on, communicate regarding the skip coming up and down from down there. Also back here, again, there's that cool bell system. There's a nice tank. This is a big, big tank. See the rivets on it? That is pretty awesome. And then we also have the drift continuing that way. There's a little chamber here that just goes and faces out there. That ends there. Just see a bunch of cans and stuff. Somebody left their pants down here, which that raises all kinds of questions. Don't know how old those are. And then we also have a drift running off this way. That goes back in the direction the main added, and so I'd be willing to bet that's one of those side drifts I bypassed on the way in. Again, just to remind you, I came in that way. We've got to go down this wind, so there's no question about that, given how cool that looks. First though, why don't I finish out this level here? Why don't I see what's down there? Actually, as I was saying that, I noticed this cool miners graffiti here. 1963 it looks like. And we had an artist in the mine. Good stuff. Alright, let's see where this goes. Couldn't figure out if that was a doorway or timber set. Like it was an air door. Little stope I'm in right now. Doesn't really run up to much. And that just runs back and hits a face right there. And we keep going this way. Another little stope chamber. Doesn't go anywhere. Up to there. There's, let's see. Keeps running that way. And there's a bunch of gobbing here in front of me, as you can see. And then there's a stope right there. It doesn't seem to go anywhere. But I'm gonna have to climb up and check because that wood doesn't look normal the way it's stacked in there. Oh, okay, well, I guess I had like a little trestle or something here to convey the ore off from down there, or excuse me, from up there. And then, yeah, that just drops down to there, that's it. So, I'll continue my journey down the main drift here. Alright, another little stope here. That doesn't go anywhere. A lot of stope action here, so that makes me think that given how aggressive they were here, there's probably some good stuff down below. See a junction here. Stopper right there. And then this section ends here. There's a little pocket here with interesting mineralization and some galena down there. There's a little pocket right there. Look at all those drill holes. At one time they were planning to keep going that way. A little stope up there, and the drift track keeps going this way. Ah, okay. That ore chute right there obviously connects to that one we just looked up, which is through there. What else do we have up here? Oh wow, this is a big stope chamber. Wow, that is enormous. Wow. And okay, look at the ore chute, actually not plugged, and that's the end there. But what's going on here? Got a, wouldn't even call this a false floor, it's just sort of a platform. But what is it over? Ah, there's a pit here dropping down. I don't see anything of significance down there though. And I am very curious about that winze. So, just look over the edge here. It seems pretty solid. Yeah, I don't see anything down there. Alright, I'm too curious about that winze. I'll head back and let's drop down that winze. Dropping down the winze now. I'm gonna check out what's down there.